Welcome to mobiguide. This guided tour has been produced by Västnyländska Kultursamfundet as an EU project. Welcome to Hanko Church. At the church meeting on the 15th of December 1889, it was decided that Hanko residents were to have their own church rather than the prayer house that had been previously planned. 3 months later, architect Johan Jakob Arenberg's finished drawings for the brick-built church on Vårberget were accepted. The new church was consecrated in 1892. The church has an oblong ground plan with the tower in the west and the altar towards the sunrise in the east. The main entrance is via the western gable. The interior is divided into 3 aisles with the galleries and wooden colonnades on 3 sides, giving the church a light and airy atmosphere. Unfortunately, just a few years after the consecration, the church was clearly beginning to decay, partly owing to water and wind, and partly owing to poor quality bricks and seawater mixed into the mortar during the building process. The church has thus been restored and repaired in the 1950s, 70s and 90s, and most recently in 2004. Hanko was evacuated owing to the war in 1940 and the church inventory was removed. Most of it was taken to Ekenäs, including the large statue of Christ which was transported in the parish hearse. Upon their return, the Hanko residents found the church in a very poor state, and whilst repairs were being undertaken, they were obliged to use the Orthodox Church. Consecrated in 1895, its onion domes and colourful icons make it decorative indeed. The new white piano is a reminder of the piano that was to be found in the church during the time of the evacuation. The Russians then used the church as a venue for dances and theatre and also as a cinema. The 1950s restoration was the source of considerable changes. The church was plastered, the roof and windows renewed, and the so-called roof lights or ventilation ducts removed. Of the original inventory, only a few chairs remain. Before the 100-year anniversary in 1992, the statue of Christ was returned to its original place at the altar. The old textile altarpiece by Oilimäki from the 1970s was moved to the back of the church. The new chancel window was opened in 2004. This is a typical rose window and resembles the original one both in terms of motif and appearance. The organ is by Paul Ott in Göttingen in Germany. It was built 1965 with 29 voices. The church is currently used for worship, christenings, confirmations and weddings, as well as for other public events.